Eliud Kipchoge came to Boston seeking to add another marathon major to his extensive trophy case. He left with a 6th place result. The questions about whether he can achieve two outstanding, unprecedented goals remains. His goals were pretty clear, namely, be the first man to win all marathon majors, and be the first man to win 3 consecutive gold medals at the Olympic Marathon. I will explain later on in this video why these missions are still pretty plausible. He needs to win both Boston and New York and the Paris Olympics next year, of course. Kipchoge has dropped around mile 19 in his Boston Marathon debut, in the middle of the famed hills. He finished 3 minutes and 29 seconds behind fellow Kenyan's Eliud Kipchoge, who clocked 2:05:54 and became the first male runner to repeat the Boston Championship since 2008. In the women's race, fellow Kenyan Helen Obiri, a 2-time Olympic 5,000 meter silver medalist, added to her legend, claiming the first marathon title in only her 2nd race over the marathon distance, taking victory in a time of 2:21:38. It marked just Kipchoge's 3rd defeat in 18 career marathons, a decade-long career over the distance. That's included 2 world record-breaking runs and 2 Olympic gold medals. You could see he was pretty devastated about the result after the race and did not look happy at all. On his Instagram he announced, "I live for the moments where I get to challenge the limits. It's never guaranteed, it's never easy. Today was a tough day for me. I pushed myself as hard as I could, but sometimes we must accept that today wasn't the day to push the barrier to a greater height." Halfway, there did not seem to be any problem during his race, because he seems to encourage his competitors to pick up the pace. During the race, he also seemed to miss a water bottle at the halfway point, but during an interview he mentioned the real issue was a problem with his left leg. Let's shortly watch what he said in the interview.
And something happened. I know that you missed a water bottle. Did that have any effect? Because suddenly you were in the back of the pack.
I have to say sorry, actually. I was expecting to run a beautiful race. I trained for 5 months in a good way. But all in all, I think what we are planning actually cannot go through. This is sport, and today you are down, tomorrow you are up. So it's not about the ills, but just my left leg was actually not coming up anymore.
Your left leg, you say?
My left leg.
Left leg.
So I think that's where the problem is, and I tried to do the necessary, but it was not working. So it's I put my mind just to run in a comfortable pace and just to finish.
Eliud, can you be any more specific about what the problem was with your leg, your left leg, I believe, a hamstring, calf, something? Maybe the weather made it tighten up. Do you know?
I don't think it's the weather. Maybe there was an underlying problem, but it's just a problem on the leg. So it's what can I say? I'm not a doctor.
Upper, lower?
It's upper.
Upper, thank you.
Have you thought about what you'll do next?
Not at all. All the time, go to the drawing board again, sit with my team and see what's in the table for me. But the main aim now is to recover both mentally and physically.
Well, shit happens during sport, especially during a marathon. He's getting older, of course. He will turn 40 later this year. This is just one issue that might have impact on his steady results in the past. Although his last 2 marathons in 2022 were pretty fast. He had 2 phenomenal races, namely the Gold Marathon in Tokyo in a time of 2:02:40 under pretty warm conditions, and also gold in the Berlin Marathon where he ran his world record. Looking at the finishing times of both the Boston and New York City Marathon times from last 2 years, we'll see in Boston that in 2021 Benson Kipchoge ran at 2:09:51. In 2022, Eliud Kipchoge took the win in a 2:06:51. And this year, Eliud Kipchoge won again in a 2:05:54. Then to New York. One of his teammates, Jeffrey Comrower, won before COVID in 2019 in a time of 2:08:13. 2021, Albert Courier took the win in 2:08:22. And Eliud Kipchoge also won the New York City Marathon in 2022 in a time of 2:08:31. FSG Bet is a world-class marathon runner, of course. He clocked a time in New York of 2:08:41. But he was only able to run on an ideal course like Valencia, which is completely flat and good conditions, in a time under 2:05. So Eliud's times in 2022 are still quite a bit faster. Of course, there are more strong competitors who Eliud Kipchoge needs to reckon with, like Kelvin Kipton and Kennedy Sebekele, who will compete later this week in the London Marathon. But Kipchoge still has a good shot to make both goals. The most plausible schedule which Eliud will run in the future is this. In 2023 he will run the New York City Marathon on November the 5th. Then next year he probably will again compete in the Boston Marathon 2024 to complete his mission to win all 6 marathon majors. Later that year in Paris he will also run the Olympic Marathon in August the 14th. Looking at the schedule, New York is still pretty far away. He might consider doing some short distance races in the summer as well, but we'll see. It's going to be a tough schedule to win all 3 marathons as stated here, but with a consistent track record in the past, I'm sure he has still a pretty good shot to win all marathon majors. For now, I hope to see you again on the channel, and don't forget to hit the like or subscribe button. And as always, if you still go out there today, have fun and get on the run.